Oi boys, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we are here to chat about a multitude of things in regards to the new Rugby League game being released later this year, or as many have suggested, soon. So first of all, can I just say how exciting it is to finally have a game that we know of is actually in production. Apparently it's way further along than what I expected, and what we're going to touch on first of all is the expected release date, along with other confirmations and hectic news for Super League fans.
What's this for?
For Rugby League.
Oh, is it? Oh, cool.
Video game.
When's that coming out?
July.
When might our fans be able to pick their players and start?
I think it'll be around July, but I don't want to. Don't quote me on that.
Too late.
Because I'm not 100% certain with the release date, but yeah, I think it's July.
Yeah.
Well, we'll look out for it.
Yeah.
We've seen how it's been, well, part of how it's been made anyway. I know,
Behind the scenes access,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
not many people get to get.
So there's a few things to talk about here. One, the official, unofficial I guess, you could say in parentheses, the makers behind this new game, and that is Big Game Studios. I mean, of course it is, we've known for a minute now, but they still haven't officially said anything about it. Their CEO Ross has made some cheeky comments, but again, nothing official. And two, the targeted release that they're aiming for, it looks like, is around State of Origin time. July would be around Origin 3. Could you imagine if it was a decider and that's when the game dropped? That's like peak hype. Using the States of Origin in general for a rollout is a no-brainer. If I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong, they did something similar back in the day, but I'm not sure if it actually released after Origin or if they were timing the teasers in real time during that Origin period. In an ideal world, we'd be seeing some, maybe not screenshots, maybe like the opening cinematic to a Origin final, or a cinematic teaser during like Origin 1, maybe a trailer during Origin 2, and then boom, they drop it on our heads for Game 3, being marketed as the official game of the NRL, the official game of the State of Origin, and we finally get that flagship game that the scene has been, or the Rugby League community has been fiending for damn near a decade. So we get confirmation of the developer, an estimated release date, and 3, for Super League fans, some really good news. Now before we dive in, first of all, shout out to the content team at Wakefield Trinity for not only getting some behind the scenes footage, but asking the most important question. Moving back on topic though, Super League fans will finally be seeing their team's top squads properly face scanned into a video game. That's actually pretty huge for Super League fans. Yes, they've always been a part of these Rugby League games, but never before have we seen their top league actually looking like their real life counterparts. It may not seem like a big deal for some, but I think it's pretty cool, especially for immersion's sake. It does make me want to kind of play with them more, and like during recruitment time would make me want to actually check out who they have available. So that was pretty cool, and we also got a glimpse of how the game would look graphically, with a quick example of how the photogrammetry worked, and they actually did something similar during their Rugby 24 photogrammetry sessions. They were actually interviewed by Squidge Rugby and used him as an example back when Rugby 25 was named Rugby 24. Now, knock on wood, we don't get those same type of delays for this Rugby League game. I'm guessing we won't be. I'm low-key convinced that this game has been made for a while now. They just couldn't release it due to True Blue having the exclusive NRL video game rights. That would sort of explain why Ross took to Twitter one time and said that they were holding the license hostage, sort of shooting at True Blue and their lack of activity while being the, I guess, sole license owners. It is kind of crazy that they didn't do anything after Rugby League Live 4 when all it really needed was a few solid touch-ups. Also, if you want to have a look at what the game could potentially look like, look no further than Rugby 25. It's the same tech, and while I've been talking about this particular topic, I would have been playing through or showing you boys the different types of hairstyles, which will hopefully make its way to this Rugby League game. I mean, some of these hairstyles legit look like they belong to certain players like Tino Fa'aso Maleawi's mullet, Ryan Pappenhausen and stuff like that. No signs of the old rat tail though, that's gotta make an appearance somewhere. That's been a staple in Rugby League hairstyles for decades. But yeah, graphically we know, well, I was never worried what the game would look like, just judging off their recent work. It's the gameplay where most of my questions lie. We don't actually know the direction they'll be taking it, as they've made both arcade heavy games as well as sim-like games. What I will say is reassuring though is that they've had plenty of years, plenty of experience of making Rugby League games, so at the very least we should get something fundamentally sound. that's really all I've got to say about the recent events. I do want to give a special shout out to those that continue to tag me in leaks. It's been fun. It's kind of nostalgic and taking me back to when there was a lot of hype pre-Rugby League Live 4 and everyone's just keeping their eyes peeled for details and leaks here and there. I do see all the tags coming in, I appreciate it. I do like to wait a while, or at least until we get a little more info before I start making an actual video, because I want to have more things to talk about, you know, instead of like a screenshot or like a 2-second video. But yeah, we're gonna call it there for now. We'll be back talking about this new game pretty soon. Until then, if you did enjoy the video, be sure to find a shit at that like button. And if you want to take that support a step further, you can become a member of the channel. That link can be found in the description. If not, the like will do. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you later.